They're definitely not going to give it up easily.
Straight swap at left wing back. Writing off. Jonna Andersson on. Familiar role for her. More often from the bench, of course, because Wrighton's been such a regular starter. Another soon-to-be departing Blue, wanting to go out with a medal there. And just as we saw the cameras on Erin Cuthbert, just on a personal level, you can't help feeling for her a bit, because she's a couple of minutes away from that goal being the one that wins your team the cup. That is sort of, that's immortality, that kind of moment, isn't it? And now it's, oh, it's gone.
Yeah, even she wouldn't have expected to have scored a goal like that at Wembley in a final. So, yeah, she'll be disappointed that that wasn't the winning goal. But, you know, the game isn't over yet. There's still plenty of time.
Kerr, hard, and then Jessie Fleming there, and never got anywhere near Roebuck because Alex Greenwood was there. Jessie Fleming, not known for her goals, but just recently scored a couple of absolute pearlers in the run-in.
I mean, it'd be a great time to do it today.
It's interesting, she's picking up a pretty forward position here. As we've seen both Harder and England come off. So she and G are going to have to try and be the support act at times. That needed a better ball, didn't get it. Jess Carter's had to get through some defending today. First, more up against Hemp over there, now more central.
Yeah, I think she's been excellent today, Jess Carter. I think she's done a great job in there, and you can see why she's taken up the central position as well. She's a great 1v1 defender, and alongside Millie Brighton, you know, they're going to be a tough team to beat there.
Greenwood stepping forward. Well, the 90 minutes of the men's final yesterday had so many chances in it, but the additional 30 were terrible. There was an inevitability about it that it was going to go to penalties. I get the feeling this one won't be like that. Blagstad with the throw. So not anyway. There's a great big hole up the middle there. Sealed up now. G has filled it. Rasso's left the ball behind and then got it again. Hemp on the scurry. That could have gone anywhere off Millie Brighton again. Did it go out of play? It did. It will be a corner. Well, Millie Bright's that kind of dogged defender that can nearly score own goals in every match because she gets, you know what I mean? Because she's often the last one getting the block in, chucking herself in the way or near the goal mouth. That's 3 she's just put past her own post.
You just don't know where it's going to go sometimes.
8th corner for City.
They'll be hoping they can capitalise on this one. They haven't managed to in the others.
Be out swinging from where? Actually, it won't. It's just drilled straight there towards that penalty spot. And Lucy Bronze trying something a little improvised, awkward.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the plan from the training ground for that one. Really drilled in from her, but yeah, Lucy takes it off Kennedy. Lucy Bronze takes it off Alana Kennedy's foot there, but I'm not sure she's going to score like that.
Nicely done. Charles into Cuthbert. Jessie Fleming right up there with Sam Kerr. That's not her usual part of the field, is it?
It's not, but in the first half of extra time, Sam Kerr is going to need support up there, so they'll need players in and around her. As you say, Jessie Fleming's G is around her. They'll be wanting to get as many players up there and support so she's not isolated.
These are the gambles you take, and the sensible calls to make, of course, when you're winning a football match. And as soon as then City score, Emma Hayes would probably wish she had one of Harder or England back on the field to be up there. Ellen White's not had a chance in front of goal since coming off the bench. I wonder if this could be her evening, as it's becoming rapidly at Wembley. Will be by the end of this, by the time that cup is lifted. Keira Walsh here. Coombs, former Chelsea player, to Rasso. City's equalising hero. Raso running Anderson and winning the corner.
She's dangerous on this right-hand side, Hayley Raso. If they can get the ball to her and do it more so on more and more occasions, they're going to cause this Chelsea backline problems. She just uses her pace to take it round players, and she does so with ease because she's got so much confidence in there, and she's got fresh legs, of course, coming on in that second half.
Berger's dealt with most of these well. Almost up to double figures for corners. Chelsea haven't had one yet. In it comes from Weir. Greenwood was up there, and they're all furiously claiming it should be another corner. Alana Kennedy, one of those who has been cautioned, with plenty to say there to Kirsty Dow.
Saying it's come off Erin Cuthbert's head, I think, as Alex Greenwood has headed it, but it's too close to call on that
They
one.
got it cheaply here. White's there, but so is Berger, and I think he's given a free kick here for a late hit on the keeper, but that's a real let-off for Chelsea. Ellen White saying that that's there to be gone for.
And just as you were saying as well, Ellen White hasn't had too many chances. They're the chances that we see Ellen White put away. Usually, she normally only needs one chance in the box.
So sloppily given away.
Sloppily from Millie Bright to give it away in the first instance, and obviously Caroline Weir puts a good ball across, but...
Does Carter get a touch on this? She does.
Yeah, great defending from Jess Carter just to take it away from Ellen White there, because...
That's a goal.
Ellen White would score that if that was in front of her. She managed to get a touch on that, so brilliant defending from Jess Carter, again, as we've said before.
As good as a goal, that. Brilliant.
Last-ditch defending at its finest there from Jess Carter.
Ellen White sliding in, must have thought, I am in here. Now she's making a little move, just pulling off the shoulder of Jess Carter. And Lucy Bronze has paid a pass for a run that Raso hadn't made.
Just seeing a few sloppy passes now from both teams creep in. The same Millie Bright before, and this time Lucy Bronze not really on the same page as Hayley Raso there. I feel that City probably still will get quite a lot of luck out wide and in the channels if they use it effectively. You've seen it when Lucy Bronze peels wide, Hayley Raso peels wide. There's acres of space on this side, but I say that they've got to use it a little bit wiser.
These things can ebb and flow. I just find myself feeling at the moment that City look like they've got more in the tank in terms of energy. Chelsea looking ever so slightly more weary to me. Coombs restarts here, back to Lucy Bronze. Time to calm heads, and Lucy Bronze will be as calm as any out there. Looking for Raso again, a little bit lucky to get it back, Lucy Bronze. And again. Well played, Jonna Anderson. And by Raso to win it back. Coombs, Walsh. Notice Blackstad coming in field a lot, even though she came on for Demi Stokes at left back. Weir. It's about all she could do from that tight squeeze of the byline. Millie Bright forward. Ooh, missed. Missed by Kennedy. And Kerr on the charge here. Has Fleming with her. Sam Kerr goes for goal. Finds the goal. Big deflection. Chelsea lead again. Big mistake now.
Huge deflection there, but when Sam Kerr is thriving and driving, you always feel that she's going to manage to get a shot off and goal. Really unfortunate for Alana Kennedy in the first instance with the error, misjudged the ball, mistimed it, but Sam Kerr showing her pace and how direct she can be when she gets the ball. Obviously Alex Greenwood's in two minds. What do I do? Do I go to the ball? Do I follow the player in the middle of the box? And unfortunately it takes a deflection off her and puts it past Ellie Roebuck. Just inside the box, anywhere but there for Alex Greenwood. Just inside the post. But she drives Sam Kerr, and she's only got one thought in her mind here. The one thought is, I'm going to score and I'm going to put it in the back of the net. But really, really devastating for Alex Greenwood. Really harsh deflection there inside of the post.
That is so unlucky. That's a brilliant bit of defending after a mistake in the defending in the build-up to it. And, well, Sam Kerr has been brilliant ever since she started wearing the Chelsea shirt. There she got a whole lot of luck, because she probably, I know she's prolific, she probably should be squaring that, because Jessie Fleming's got an easier finish than she has. If she misses that there, for all her goals, she'll be getting some grief.
She got away with it really because of the deflection.
And that shot might have been saved. That's so unlucky on Greenwood. It's the sort of thing that makes you think, maybe it's not my day.
So harsh from her as well, because as a centre-half myself in that decision, well, what do you do? Do you go out? She does so well to hold her off for so long. She really stops her being able to play that pass across the box, but the deflection right at the last minute, she'll be absolutely gutted with that. You got to feel for her.
City might have been looking the fresher, and frankly the more dangerous is just that ball in the channel. Kennedy missed it, and well, for differing reasons, both the City centre-backs are going to be absolutely heartbroken by that, but there's a game to try and rescue again. Can they get level for a third time in this final?
They are. They're going to be devastated. They've done so well, both of them today. They've actually been brilliant. Not really put a foot wrong, either of them, in the game, and then for that to be the way the goals conceded in the first half of extra time is really disappointing for them. As you say, there's still time for this game to swing again, like it has done so many times.
Look at those attempts from City, and only 4 on target. Chelsea have made more of theirs. There's, what, 4 minutes left of this first half of extra time. Sam Kerr just finds a way. We said it at the top of the show, all sorts of goals. And look at the 2 she scored today. Just a sort of bulldozing run and a bit of luck with the finish, and a poacher type right from short range. But here, there's the mistake in the first instance.
Yeah, Alana Kennedy will be disappointed that she's dived in really there. She'd obviously want to hold off a little bit longer, like Alex Greenwood has had to do. But again, like you say, she stopped to have been able to square the ball, but it's just a really harsh deflection. There's nothing really else she could have done there, Alex Greenwood.
It's just brilliant defending. That's the ridiculous thing about it, and it's gone in the net. All you can do is somehow try and be a defender of both situations, which is basically impossible. You bridge it, and then at the very last minute you have to commit one way or the other. She does. I mean, that's, 99 times out of 100 it either dribbles back to the keeper or goes out for a corner.
Yeah, in the first instance, though, if you're Alana Kennedy, you're thinking, why have I dived in there? Why have I gone hell for leather? And they're nowhere near the goal. It's inside their own half. Like, why have I done that? And it's a rush of blood to the head from her, and she'll be disappointed with that.
For sure. And here she is. They've got time. They left it late in the first half. They left it even later in the second. Just making us all wait until the 118th minute for the 3-3 equaliser, probably, the way this one's gone. The full-time neutral sympathy was probably for Erin Cuff, but now it's for Alex Greenwood. Here she is, still with hopes of being the one to lift the trophy. If they're going to do it, my goodness, they're going to do it the hard way. Against such a fine side. From behind 3 times, can they do it?
They're definitely fighters, and they're definitely showing that resilience that they've come back from the second half of the season after not being so great in the first half. They've obviously built that now and instilled that into them as a team, that we will keep going and we will keep fighting. So I would not write them off. I definitely wouldn't write them off.
Pernille Harder can do no more. Bronze with a little bit of space. Anderson wanting to stay with Rasso, and that is why, and that's why Jessie Fleming came across to help out with Eriksson as well.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about, the midfielders coming across to help out, isn't it, really? And that's what you want. That's what them to help do their job.
Great block from Cuff, but on the Blackstack long ranger. First time cross is a good one into Ellen White. Fast stick was Razzo. Tough angle, tough finish, awkward height. She did well to score from there, even though it was close.
She would have done, and I'm surprised that Ellen White didn't get more on this in the first instance for the header. She normally, well, she did throw herself at that. I was going to say she normally throws herself at them, and she did, but obviously puts it into the path of Hayley Raso on rushing there. But yeah, it doesn't connect with it, can't get it down. Just can't connect properly to get herself over the ball, really. Unfortunately, back post is gaping there for her.
Bit lower and the volley's more comfortable, bit higher, you can chuck your head at it.
It's a difficult one.
These are those fine margins, and City have been absolutely done by the finest of margins in this first half of extra time, in which there will be one added minute. And Chelsea here with G would be happy enough just to try and keep the ball for what remains. And Niamh Charles has done very well to that in there. G taking over. Fleming to Kerr, who's on a hat-trick, of course. Sam Kerr, one way and another, she finds a way to goal, and she's making the run here. G with a little dink. Greenwood comes across, and this ricochet does go her way, unlike the last. And that'll be it for the first half of extra time. Emma Hayes' side in front for the third time. The question is, can they keep it this time? Real misfortune for Alex Greenwood and her team in the way it was conceded. An error to begin with, and then that deflection. And it takes a team with some guts to go again, Fern, and City are going to have to go again here.
As we've seen them doing throughout the game, really, they've came back every time with everything that Chelsea have thrown at them. They have done so. So, you know, there's still a whole second half of extra time here to get them back into the game. So I think we will see that from them. You know, we'll see a real push from Hayley Raso on that side. We'll see potentially Alex Greenwood going a little bit more direct when she gets the ball. They'll be throwing everything they can at it, because she'll want a reprieve from that unfortunate error. Deflection, really, not even an error. She couldn't really done too much about it.
And that can't be going down as an own goal, and nor should it. No, absolutely. Genuinely good defending, and yet it's ended as a goal. We've had some weird ones in this final for sure, and some brilliant ones.
But as you say, even though we've seen it and we've said, oh, City are on top, City are creating the chances, City are doing this, Emma Hayes and her Chelsea team just always seem to find a way to win, don't they? They always seem to find a way to push back, to get back in the team, and to create goals as well. So, you know, you can see what she's saying there. Hard, 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 go in at them and don't leave nothing on this pitch. Don't leave anything.
And maybe that little thing, it's not that little a thing, but you know what I mean, is possibly the difference. And that's why they've won more cups and more medals than City over the last few years. Yeah,
even towards the end of the second half, well, the first half of extra time there, we were saying, oh, will they keep hold of the ball because we're coming to it? They're still going, they're still pushing Chelsea, and I think they want to put the game to bed because they know just as much that Man City were probably going to come back and try again and score another goal. So, you know, they're going to want to put the game to bed early on if they can do. I don't see them sitting off.
Fine margins. How Alana Kennedy would love to have that moment again. Didn't need to go and meet that ball on the bounce. But when Sam Kerr's around, punishment tends to follow an error, and it did, albeit with a big chunk of luck. It's 15 minutes away from yet another double. Treble last year, denied that opportunity this term by Man City. They've got to go to the well and do it again, City. Wouldn't surprise you. Penalty shootout. Walsh for Bronze. Good energy from Lucy Bronze. A good cross as well into the danger zone.
That was a really good cross to pick out the player in the box there, because actually, you know, it looked like she could have had to just swing anything at it and swing a leg at it. But she's managed to find Julie Blackstad in there. And she just can't quite, Coombs even, she can't quite get the finish on. Oh. Good touch amongst two players there to actually get a shot off in the first place, Laura Coombs, but she can't quite find the net. But positive start from Man City.
Has got 3 goals this season, former Chelsea player. White jumping, G controlling, Coombs in, tenaciously, Walsh as well, Bronze as well. Blackstad here, losing out the physical battle to Kerr as Charles comes to join in. Kerr with a nutmeg. Where's she going to score from here? No Chelsea player in the box. Sam Kerr had to go with the pass. Well, the way her day's going, I'd have thought she might have just hit it from there and see what happens.
Yeah, the cheeky nutmeg, and then I know I'll strike it from far out here.
Got 2 last year in the final against Arsenal. That was not a contest. This one has been a cracker. 2 for Kerr and 1 for Kirby, I think. And you just see Caroline Weir. That replay's not for you.
Won't want to see that back again.
Funny thing is, Ellie Roebuck has not made saves in this football match. You're going to be knocking on for 2 hours. She's barely made a save worthy of that name.
No, it's not the type of game where they relied on her and needed her, is it? And the goals that they have conceded, she's not really been able to do too much about.
Bronze infield. Greenwood. Just as you picked out that option to go a little bit longer, why not? Rasso against Anderson, 2 of the fresher sets of legs on this field. Rasso strong, Anderson likewise. Goal kick.
Yeah, it was the right decision, but what a great matchup over there of Anderson and Rasso. You just thought that Hayley Rasso's pace was going to be too much, but she does well. She keeps up with her and obviously gets a goal kick for her team, which is what they need to just alleviate some of the pressure.
Chelsea players old and new there. Lauren James, Frank Kirby, Drew Spence. Maren Mjelde behind. Kerr winning the headed flick on, and the always industrious Jessie Fleming forcing the safety first clearance from Blackstad.
Yeah, you can just see Millie Bright there urging her players to push a little bit higher into that half and keep the City side pending in their own half a little bit to keep that pressure on.
The Chelsea fans are going to be singing their favourite chant in a minute. It looks like Frank Kirby is coming soon. Niamh Charles, meanwhile, with a throw for the league champions. And Chelsea have their first corner of the final.
That's unbelievable to think that's the first corner, isn't it?
We've seen her coming. Cheers are coming from those Chelsea fans behind that goal. Super Fran. Meanwhile, in it comes, the corner. Onto Kerr's head, it's awkward. Roebuck with the punch, Kerr again, headed out. Proper tennis this, that could go anywhere. Greenwood in the way and then charged down. And at the end of all that mayhem, it's a goal kick.
Yeah, City can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief again here, bobbling around everywhere, a bit of head tennis going on inside the box. But, you know, they managed to scrap it away from goal. The last person they want to get the hat-trick is Sam Kerr in this game, and Alex Greenwood can clear it right at the end.
Now they're screaming for a foul there on Rasso, and I think, via a little word from the assistant, or maybe even the fourth official there, that one has been given by Kirsty Dow. And it's a talking to. Come here. Magda, come here.
Calm down, for the words she's telling her there.
8 minutes left of extra time in the FA Cup final with a 3-2 win on the line. Far more fouls, as you can see there, from Chelsea, more than double. They've done it when they've needed to. There is a skill to fouling, if that isn't a contradiction in terms. Here's Kennedy. Now Bronze. 8, maybe 9 for the little delays. Minutes for Manchester City.
It's a free kick in a good area for them though here, Man City. Lucy Bronze does really well just to get a touch on that force in the foul from Anderson, really, to create something for her team.
Greenwood, as desperate as anyone to deliver here. Helpless on the City bench. Not a bad ball, and it's a good header from Cuthbert. Awkward bounce. Flagstaff recycle. Straight balls are very difficult, notoriously. I thought they'd have gone wide there. Greenwood calling for it now from Flagstaff. She gets it.
Yeah, she's wanting to put it straight back in there, Alex Greenwood, but the Chelsea team do really well to get out nice and quick to put the pressure on Jessie Fleming there, not letting Alex Greenwood play that long ball.
Rasso backing herself. That's another free kick. Well, Jessie Fleming says, I got the ball. I have to say, from here, it looked like a foul to me.
I didn't see too much of her getting the ball here. Hayley Rasso does really well, yeah. I mean, she didn't get any of the ball.
Miles away.
No.
Nice try. Greenwood has another chance. It's a long way out. We've got to throw them forward now, City. Into the mixer. Walloped out by Sophie Ingle. Anywhere will do at this point.
Yeah, they made first contact with it there, Man City, with Alana Kennedy, but it's come from deep, it's lofted in, and you're really hoping for a drop down there or any seconds and scraps, and it was Chelsea who got there first.
Walsh got a bit lucky there. And I think you'd say the rub of the green has probably been Chelsea's one absolutely stunning goal. Goals 1 and 3, a fair bit of fortune about them. That Millie Bright was just a miss-hit cross for the opener, and then a bit of fortune about that second Kerr goal, that at the moment is the one that gives Chelsea the cup glory, as Berger grabs it last second possible. It is, whatever happens here in the last few minutes, Fern, another reminder though of how well matched these two are, and with a normal run of injury luck, good or bad, you expect City to push very hard for the title next term and all honours, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think what an exciting league it's going to be next season, definitely with these two, but then obviously not forgetting Arsenal as well, the three of them going for the title, pending no further crazy injury woes like they had this season. But, you know, it's just been an absolute great match-up today, and a great final that we've seen, and it really shows just how far women's football's come over the last 5 or 10 years. The quality on show's been brilliant today.
Nearly there, Emma Hayes, but not quite. I think it was 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. And about 90 seconds to go in the second when Razzo scored. So it's not remotely time yet for the Man City equaliser. Give them a couple of minutes and they'll start thinking about it. Weir. Hemp. He's not actually seen that much of the ball in extra time, but she's got it here. She'll be disappointed with that delivery as Weir shoots wildly.
Chelsea will be very happy that that fell to Caroline Weir's right foot, I think, on that occasion. You know, if she's going to get it on the edge of the box, she's going to want that to fall on her sweet left foot, and, you know, it just falls onto her right, and she doesn't quite connect right with it. Strikes at it, snatches at it a little bit, and goes for pace instead of placement, really, and it's just not really what they wanted in that instance. But it's a positive sign from City in this instance, and as you say, 3.5 minutes till the end, that was the time they were going to get their equaliser.
Well, it's not going to be Fran Kirby. It's going to be Maren Mjelde, the next move from the Emma Hayes bench. Just wonder there, when Hemp was crossing, there was Ellen White, where you'd expect Ellen White to be, and there was one other breaker coming into the box from deep that might have been Coombs, but not really in there.
No, when you've got
they're
Hemp,
knackered, but you've got Hemp on the ball there. You've just got to gamble from midfield, and even if that means a counter-attack, you go and lose another goal, so be it. Surely it's got to be 3 and 4 attacking that 6-yard box. Yeah,
the last two players I've seen breaking their necks were Hayley Raso, Ellen White, but as you say, you want your players, you want your Coombs from midfield, you want them to be coming in on the edge of the box, or at least in the box, to give yourself a fighting chance of getting a goal.
Vicky Losada as well coming here for City. G has just noticed, much like Ruben Loftus-Cheek saw yesterday for the Chelsea men, on and then off again, needs must. And a huge ovation for a wonderful player who we won't see in Chelsea blue again.
What an amazing career. Yeah, amazing career she's had. Amazing Chelsea career. You know, they can't speak highly enough of her at the club. She's done an amazing job for them, and potentially going home with a winner's medal in her last game.
Five times a league champion, and about to be 4 times an FA Cup winner. Vicky Losada on a serial medal winner herself with Barcelona. There's a lot more competition in England, that is for sure. You don't win the league by 25 points in the WSL.
And that's why we love the WSL so much. As you say, we have not been able to call this game today. The league went to the wire as it did last week. The quality on show is brilliant, and it'll only get better the more players we get into the league.
Booming header forward from Millie Bright. Well, we're into the final minute. They'll probably add one on. So realistically, there are 2 minutes for Manchester City to score a goal here. Oh, that's up 50-50. Coming through with it, though. Blackstad now. Chelsea try and flood back. Just need one good cross. And they've got to get bodies in the box to try and meet it. Coombs. There's another big 50-50 as Razzo takes over. They've got the bodies in there, needs a good cross now. Put it in the box. Bronze didn't do it. But we'll wait for the corner. Now there's the chance. Here we go.
We were just crying out for them to get the ball in the box there, and they just couldn't do it. It was good defending by Jessie Fleming, but the City are piling and piling on the pressure.
2 added minutes, here we go. Come on, Ellie Roebuck, get in there. Everyone else is.
Yeah, I'm surprised she's not gone for that.
It's a deep-looking corner. Safe hands from Berger, and listen to the Chelsea roars. What a time to catch cleanly.
Yeah, it was a great take from her, confident, just what you want from your goalkeeper at this stage of the game. She obviously gave a big shout. Chelsea players know she's coming through, and she's kept it safe hands. calmed it down a little bit for Chelsea at that time, because City were getting closer and closer.
Got to keep that corner further away from the keeper, though. Easier said than done. Greenwood. Anderson's defended really well, actually, since coming on, Jonna Andersson. And she's had to.
Yeah, she's done a really good job, because any chance that Hayley Rasso's had on that right-hand side, you can see they're putting 2 players over there on her side as well, so she's having to deal with 2 most of the time.
We're into the final minute. Losada poking it through. This is Rasso. Straight sprint here between Greenwood and Kerr, and Greenwood does everything she can, but Kerr got there. Hemp deeper than City would like her. Half a minute to play. Kennedy will be as desperate as anyone for more late heroics. They've just got to get it in the box now, and they're not going to be able to do it. Kerr. Fitting that the final touches may be from Sam Kerr. The corner flag is her destination. 2 goals in the cup final against Arsenal last year. 2 here, and now she's won a free kick, and there's not going to be any time for any more.
Today's Vitality Women's FA Cup final player of the match is Chelsea's number 22, Erin Cuthbert.
The Chelsea fans ready to go berserk. They're already starting the celebrations behind Ellie Roebuck's goal here, because when this restarts, the whistle's going to go again. Chelsea have won the double again. It's a brilliant final. And you've got to feel for Manchester City, because they played their part in it. It's a double-double for Emma Hayes and the Blues. My goodness, City made them work for it. 2 for Kerr, a stunner from Cuthbert in the middle. Twice City fought back, but not the 3rd time. Fern Whelan.
Yeah, I think what you've got to say is, I think, you know, happy that it kind of didn't end on penalties, because it would have been a harsh way to sell an FA Cup final. However, it was settled with an Alex Greenwood deflection, which was really unfortunate for her. But Erin Cuthbert, man of the match today, and what a great goal for her to get at Wembley as well in a FA Cup final. So she's had a great day out. I think the Chelsea fans have had a great day out. And I know us, everybody watching, it's been an unbelievable spectacle of women's football. Absolute brilliant quality on show, and Sam Kerr as well, scoring 2 goals today. We knew she was going to come up with some goods and some goals, and she did that. But this Man City team today, they can take heart from the way they performed and the way they ended their season. They played brilliantly today. It just didn't run for them, and Chelsea knew how to finish the game and how to put the game to bed.
3 bites at getting in front, and they held on to it the last time. And I'm sure many of those Chelsea fans been here for both finals this weekend. This time around it is congratulations Chelsea and to Man City for giving us such a cracking cup final. Can't wait to see these 2 going head-to-head next season on the domestic.
Yeah, what a moment it is for these players. They're going to enjoy this.
Now to receive their winners' medals and the trophy, let's hear it for Chelsea!
Led up by the coach, followed by a legend. And then here come the rest. Erin Cuthbert won't mind now. She's got a winner's medal. She won't mind that that goal didn't win it. It contributed, and it was the highlight of a cup final, full of them, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll keep watching it back, regardless of whether it was the winner or not. That's getting replayed a lot of times in her house, I'm sure.
In her house, in the dressing room, when anyone takes the mickey, the phone will come out. Do you remember I did this?
On Twitter today, retweeted, yeah, definitely. And why not? What a great finish it was.
Anderson was great off the bench. Pernilla Harder there. Jessie Fleming. Lauren James getting used to being part of a team that expects to compete on all levels, and frankly expects to win on all levels.
Yeah, I don't think it's just about competing for this Chelsea side, is it? It's about winning, and they're not too shy to say that. They want to win every competition they enter.
Another brilliant, largely unsung season for Sophie Ingle as she comes up to you might get one of these moments. If you're someone like Chelsea or City, maybe you get 3, 4, 5 over a whole career. But in front of a crowd like this, after the couple of years we've had with reduced fans and no fans before that, this is twice as good, if not more so. And the Rocks at the back, bringing up the rear, Millie Bright, who didn't open her account today by about 6 inches, as it turns out, and Magda Eriksson. Jess Carter in there with them. What a brilliant performance from her today.
They were great today in defence. They were solid. They had each other's backs. They worked as a team. If one of them didn't win it, the other one did. They were always going to be colossal at the back, and they deserved it, I think, at the end of the day today.
Well, they're all ready now. They've got themselves in formation. It's a double-double for the Blues. Chelsea have won the FA Cup again. And if you think it means any less because they've already won the title and because they won the double last year, well, think again. They're hungry all the time. And despite the fight-backs they've had from Manchester City here today, they found a way to get in front and stay in front. And another FA Cup is coming to Stamford Bridge. And everyone wants a touch. That's the way it goes.
And rightly so as well.
Panik Nuven, a winner in her first season. It's a new experience for some, and it's a lovely repeat experience for others.
What an attractive place to be, though, in England and in the FAWSL and the FA Cup. If you're a player looking from the outside in, you're thinking, I want a bit of that. I want to be playing on that Chelsea side, or even on that Man City side. I want to be playing in this English league, and that's a testament to these players and to everything they've done this season and the hard work they're putting in. The quality in the league now is brilliant, and it's on the up, and it's on the up, and it's only getting better.
And what a great shot that is. The time when you can really let it all go, because you footballers don't tend to like to let it all go. You just keep your powder dry and a bit cool, but there are moments when you can just go unadulterated joy, and that is it. There isn't another game tomorrow.
No,
it's not. We're just concentrating one game at a time. Right now, it's concentrating on celebrating this big time.
I was going to say, and Erin Cuthbert's shown you exactly that now. They're ready to really enjoy this, and why not? It's been a long season. It's been a tough season, and they've come at the back of it. Winners of the league, winners of the FA Cup, and, thoroughly deserved. They can go and enjoy themselves now and enjoy that break that they've earned. And they will do that. Trust me, they will do that.
And for many, the Euros, and then what will surely be an even better WSL season next year. Be interested to see what those below the top three do in terms of recruitment and their policies. But Manchester City are going to be better than they were this term, and they weren't that far off in the end themselves. They have
every single day and game.
And you think what has happened, well, to Chelsea, to the women's games in the time she's been there, and the collection of cups that have come from being the first, as they were then, Chelsea ladies boss to manage the side at Stamford Bridge, to win the title at Staines, to Wembley, 60,000, 50,000 here.
Yeah, they've come a long way. I remember playing at that Staines pitch against quite a few of these players, but the development they've made and the signings they've brought in are just world class.
They've done it again. A league and cup double last term, and a league and cup double this term. It's going to take some very special teams to knock them off their perch. Sam Kerr destroying all in front of her. Manchester City's defence and the hoardings today. 2 more goals in another cup final for her. And another shiny trophy coming back to Stamford Bridge. The serial winners. And a great way to go for Drew Spence and Ji So-yeon. Final thought from you, Fern?
Yeah, it's quite an emotional send-off from them, but what a send-off they've been given here, and another win for them. And it was a great game, and they basically said to Man City, look, you can beat us once, but you won't do it again. And they showed that, and they were the winning team at the end of the day, and they deserve it, and you know, they're going to enjoy their celebrations.
You've got to be some team to get the better of this Chelsea side. Arsenal are fantastic, they couldn't quite do it in the league. Man City, arguably even better, couldn't quite do it today. They just find a way to do it, whether they're brilliant or even just hard-working. They always find a way, and they found a way to win the FA Cup. Chelsea have lifted again. The 2022 FA Cup belongs to Chelsea Football Club.